Hi, Steve Ettlinger here at Rich Garr Studio on 18th Street in Brooklyn. Yeah, taking a studio tour, we're going to learn a little bit about Rich and his work. Hi.
Hey,
This is great to be here, and the studio is amazing. There's so much stuff here. I have to ask you, it seems like this is part of your artwork. Your studio is looks like your artwork. Is that how you work?
I guess I don't work like that on purpose, but yeah, I've caught myself working on a collage before, all the different layers of things that I find and carefully cut, and all the colors and paints, and then I'll look up and see like a giant stack of things,
Yeah.
and think, wow, that stack of stuff looks a lot like what I'm trying to do in my collage. So yeah, I think you're onto something there.
All right, well, cool.
Yeah.
And you seem to have a lot of, well, gosh, you've got drawers galore here with your various supplies. You've got a stack of books on the floor there.
Yeah.
And books over here. How do you use the books?
I have some books that are more precious than others that I definitely don't want to cut, but if I really need an image, I'll probably cut it.
Oh.
So some of these are like this is more of like an art history, like a nice art history book or tabletop book. I got a nice Salvador Dali that I found. The Struggle for Democracy, Western Art, that kind of thing. Like I usually don't look initially for to cut up those books.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's the magazines.
Oh yeah, I see the magazine.
And the other random, like the Northwoods, Rowing Blazers. Like this was like
Rowing Blazers.
yeah. I mean this.
Who knew? You could do a whole book on rowing blazers. I'll have to get one like that.
Yeah, but there's like a whole subculture of rowers and the blazers that they wear.
Oh my gosh.
So, for instance, like I found this book, beautiful color images of all these.
Let me guess. You found it on the street?
Oh yeah, we're in Brooklyn.
Yeah, right.
So there are stoops
The
full
streets of Brooklyn, your source of inspiration.
There are stoops full of books and magazines in Brooklyn for people who don't know this.
Yeah.
And so walking around with my kids or riding my bike around Brooklyn, I find all kinds of things. So not only books and magazines that make it into my collages, like that's from the subways, the wet paints. Like if you ever go into the subways, all kinds of frames, things like
Car headlamp.
Car headlamps. That will be something someday. And this was a plastic planter, and I'm thinking like, oh, nice landscape, something.
Well, this makes me wonder, how did you get into this? You have a background in art, or is this new? Have you been doing it forever? I mean, were you a kid collecting stuff and making collages, or
Yes,
or did you study
I was.
collage making and get an MFA?
No, I don't have a Master's of Fine Arts, but I have a Master's of History. And so I've always loved history and in general context. And I've always loved art. So I guess what happened when I was in college up in the Bronx is that I put those things together, and I was taking all these history classes and all these art classes, and I was like, I am an art history major.
Oh, interesting.
So I was a double major in art history and fine arts. So I was always making art, but also very interested in the process of art and the context of art.
Did you start making collages like you make now at that point?
When I was really little, this is so.
Well, I was saying about college. When you got out of college, did you start making collages like you make?
No. So when I was really little, my birthday is on Valentine's Day, and I always figured Valentine's Day was a time when you exchange Valentines, and my Valentines are going to be all personalized. So I was always really busy in February. Cutting and pasting and drawing and painting and gluing all kinds of personalized Valentines for the 30 or 40 kids in my class. So I guess I was doing collage then.
Your work ethic goes way back.
Yeah, at least with collage. But then in college, I was like, oh, or even before then, people like Matisse. and other collage artists, Jean Arp and like Dada, and learning the art history and the context of collage really brought it all together. And at no point was I like, I'm a collage artist. But it just seemed like I'm a collage artist. And I guess this is where it ended up, like a metal wall with a lot of magnets, and me sometimes carefully cutting, trying things out, sometimes rejecting them, putting them back on the wall, but being able to like try different iterations of things until it speaks to the direction that I want it to go, and then kind of just being done with it, and that's my art.
That's a great comprehensive explanation. Now I have to wonder, do you have a day job that's like this at all? You're not a banker, are you?
I'm an artist. I'm an artist educator. So I would say artist first.
So you're in this world, okay.
I'm an artist first, and working education into my art, whether I'm with students or not, is important to me. So I'm not sure if that answers your question, but I do some teaching. I've done a lot of teaching recently with immigrant kids, both young and older, high school aged. So language has been something that I've focused on lately, and understanding like the value of language and symbolism and how people understand things. So that's been something that I work with both in my studio, but also am all dealing with in a classroom every so often when I have these gigs as a teacher. I can see
how that leads us into your work. You want to show me some of your paintings? Or a lot of blue I see. This is a series. Can you tell me a bit about it?
Yes. So this is my Cyano Scrap gender series. I've been working on this a lot lately, maybe the last two and a half years. And there are currently 13. I think I'm going to end at 15 and just kind of refocus, take a step back from it. But the reason why there's a lot of blue is because when you do a cyanotype print, this very old kind of printmaking, like some people call them sun prints, because it's the chemical reaction is created by the UV light from the sun.
Oh, interesting. So these are almost a photographic process?
Well, they are. So they're using leftovers from an old school photographic process. And
so you didn't make the cyanotype. You're using cyanotype.
No, I use this. I usually make the cyanotype. Like for instance, this one, like I very carefully. So I very carefully made a cyanotype print of an analog collage that I did. So I used like all those scraps that I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
Very carefully cut. I did a whole series of vessels, and I very carefully arranged them. And I have one or two like regular analog collages of vessels, but I also took photographic images of the pieces before I glued them.
Oh, so the combination of can I touch it?
Yeah.
A photographic reproduction and collage pasted on.
Yeah, so there's real photos. This is a real historic photo of a guy named Christian from the early 1900s in Paris, layered with like my old boxers over here. But it was because those colors matched with the Prussian blue that's always in cyanotype prints.
I see. And there's an arrow here. I've seen an arrow in a few others. What's with the repetition of the inclusion of arrows in your work?
Yeah, so that's the gender part. So a big part of the series is me working with gender symbols, and right now there are many gender symbols out there. So it used to be that there's like the male symbol, which is basically this or this, but turned to go diagonally.
Yeah, upper right. Yeah.
And then the female symbol, which is generally
facing down.
This, but with this extra like T over here. Yeah. And over here you have the female symbol, but it's inverted. so that the T is facing up. So what I've done with this series is take all these symbols and rethink them and study them and kind of process them along with other people and other things and whatever is around me, and reconfigure them to put out like a new baby. So like these are my fictitious examples of people that use gender in different ways.
Interesting. Do these have titles?
Yes, and they all have names. So here is Marta, August, Demi. Those are the eyes of Demi Moore, by the way.
Okay.
Because there's a demi-girl is one way that people kind of classify themselves. So that was a kind of study on that. Christian, Hannah, June, Jun.
And you have what looks like an Egyptian thing going on there.
Yeah, this one.
This is that history and art you were talking about mixing in your life.
Yeah.
And you also have here, come over here.
Yeah.
You have the guys in the rowing.
And we saw that book earlier.
Yeah.
That the Blazers, I thought that image was powerful, and I paired it with these women in Cuba that were hanging out outside of an apartment.
And you've got an angel dumping flowers on the rowers' heads. I think that's
the flowers mixed
that's
up.
Wonderful.
So a lot of it's like pairing colors, pairing subject, pairing lines and images, and what makes sense visually is what it is. So these are not me dictating what any of these symbols should be or identities should be. It's me looking at existing symbols that people put out there into the world and trying to understand them according to what's around me.
That's wonderful. Now, I know you have some work on the wall here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look briefly at that.
Yeah.
You have an interactive thing going here.
Yeah. So probably about 2012, I got really interested in making art that was able to be activated by the viewer, like giving the viewer a bigger say in how their art is hung. So it started with this, and you can display this going that way or that way or that way. It's so four different ways.
Love it.
I thought. It's a little bit about balance. It's a little bit about the history of design, furniture design, and it's a found cheese board, like in my neighborhood in Park Slope.
And here, can I lift this off?
So that evolved into this kind of thing. So I would
Look at that.
So this is Party People. And
Woohoo!
When Trump was first running for president, I started to realize, wow, a lot of people are valuing their party more than their people. So this was meant to be here. Let's switch them around.
Oh, okay.
So right now, the panel that I tried to focus on people more is on top, but now let's put party on those little nails. There you go. So it should work either way, and the viewer can change it up depending on how they want to decorate or how they're feeling. I like that idea of if someone owns a piece of art, they should be able to manipulate it.
And same here, correct?
In different ways. So this was taking these ideas to a new level. This was rooted in the idea of language. I talked about that a little bit earlier. How I deal in my both work life, kind of classroom life, and my studio life with language and thinking about symbols and how people interpret things. So this idea about it was recently a big anniversary of the decoding of the Rosetta Stone. And a curator came to me who was organizing a show about
look at that.
About language. So this is a triptych, but I made this in 3 panels so that, here, can you hold these?
Yeah.
We can rearrange this and you can pick the arrangement.
That's absolutely
there's-
fabulous.
So there's all these different iterations
Yeah.
of this piece
Ha!
that can be done.
Look at that.
And there's about 100 different languages
Oh yeah, I can see.
in the collage. So if you try to translate this, it's going to be tricky. And especially knowing that you can reconfigure it. There's not...
Yeah, I could put this.
Yeah,
in the
so
bottom, yeah.
wherever you... It works
Wow.
going any of the 50 ways or something.
Yeah.
I'm not good with math, but it can be shown. So you pick. You go ahead.
All right. Well, I think I'll try to put this at the bottom,
Okay.
and then let me see if I can get this in here.
It's like threading. There you go. There's a little ledge. And it took me a long time to make... This was during COVID, by the way.
And you made this very complex frame.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
frame took me a while.
God.
I was upstate at my parent-in-law's cabin, working with his nice Bob. Shout out to Bob.
Yeah.
Bob's nice garage.
On the top
All right.
here,
Yeah.
and away we
Yeah, slide it in there.
Look at that. I've never seen anything like this. Well,
I try to make it unique.
Well, Rich, thank you. This is fabulous work, and it's so complex. There's so much going on. Thanks so much. It's really been great.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Steve. It means a lot that you came up here and looked at it closely.